Hello there, welcome back to Golden Horde. Last time, well, we had a conclusion of a 3-front war, we grew Shun a little bit here, and I also decided that we're going to start the annexation of Persia, because Persia basically played a role. There's some provinces here I still need to take, but let's face it, I can just call them myself. The admin power gain is strong with this one, and I could probably increase it due to my, well, money. And apparently I believe my army has actually shrunk a little bit. No, it's actually grown. Why did I think it shrunk? Probably because I'm using it in a weird way. Anyways, the goal here is to actually, well, get Novgorod to take over the Muscovy provinces, and most likely the Scandinavian ones as well, if we can actually make that work. It seems that Novgorod does not have a single one of the provinces here, so I'll probably not accept any of them, fortunately. So what we'll have to do is basically use Novgorod to eat Muscovy, at least as much of it as we can, and then we'll probably just annex Novgorod. After that, I'm a little bit unsure on the specifics here, but I'll probably go up here, something. Not probably much longer than that, or potentially I might even just have them eat these two, and then I'll call the rest myself because they're so cheap. It's well, it's a possibility. Anyways, today is basically just a in-betweener, so to speak. We are going to annex Persia itself. We're going to wait for basically a lot of things to happen. We have truces with everything and everyone. So, 63 is the first time I can actually attack anyone that makes sense, except, of course, if Scandinavia, for some reason, lives there. Well, peaceful banner, so to speak. Anyways, the plan is to basically next one Muscovy, get the last provinces that I require here, and once we have those, we're going to just annex Novgorod and go to war with Scandinavia anyways, because Novgorod has then played its role, and hopefully then I can cross Scandinavia, even though they are starting to get quite far ahead of me. I might have to consider just keeping Novgorod around for the sole purpose of well, having someone that has some military attack and can fight the Europeans. As you can see, I don't get any better infantry. I don't get any better anything. I get better cannons that I am apparently leeching from the Europeans. But with that said, I think we'll focus on China, and the only thing that I really need here in order to be able to improve or reform my government is, as you can see, legitimacy and stability. So I can do this anytime I want, but I will gain new traditions and ambitions. So I don't want to do that just yet. We'll be focusing on China, and probably around 1650, 1680, something like that, even 17. It might even go to the 1700s. Then we will start working or getting rid of going after Scandinavia. Of course, if the tech gaps get too big too, I might have to just go for it before I'm done with China. I would prefer to own it myself, of course, but if I can't, that's just how things will have to be played. So, as I said, goal for this is more or less just the annexation of Persia, and then we'll decide on what we want to do after that. See how it goes. We can go for next level of admin tech, and we will. Decide production efficiency increased by 10%, and next time we'll get another set of ideas. And that's the interesting part. I still haven't decided what we'll go for here. I'm tempted to go for influence ideas, especially due to diplomatic annexation costs. It would be ridiculously useful for me here, and also the subject force limits contribution would be helpful, and there's also diplomatic relations in there, and aggressive expansion impact, so influencing could definitely be really, really useful. It'll basically most likely help all across the line. Of course, military-wise, I should probably pick something else, but I do have enough forces here, and if I still can keep Ottomans as a powerful ally, we basically have more than enough here to take on most of Europe, at least to the France border. There's no reason for me to get into a war with France at all. Seriously. If I get into a war with France, something horribly went wrong. I have a French ruler on the throne or something like that. That's the only reason why I would go to war with France. But anyways, the goal here is still the same. We need to get Ming out of the coalition. We need to potentially just get completely rid of Oirat if they keep on being annoying. And I'm really tempted to wait with the war with Tibet, because they're allied with Oirat, and if they can keep that alliance up and running, that means that I can, well, get these two in each their own war, which again, hilariously useful, if I can. And the only problem, of course, then will be that I will have to declare on these guys without a casus belli if I want to do that. Unless, of course, Oirat become war leader, which is really, really, really likely. So, all in all, it seems like I do have a sound plan for how to deal with these guys in the future. Now, why I would get a free claim on an ally or vassal, even so, it's beyond me, but I did. So, nothing to do there. But at least we are getting well, further ahead in line of military attack. So, that's at least good. We're about level 11. So we're not too far behind Europe after 100 years, which is really good. They're probably still level 12. Bohemia is 13, so we're basically 2 techs behind. We will take military tech 11, the matchlock musket, and with that get combat width increased by 2, carry fire by 0.5, infantry shock 0.2, can build barracks and weapons manufacturing. So all in all, a nice little upgrade there. And it seems like the Ottomans actually has some serious issues with rebels. We're pleased, more local recruiting. Of course we are pleased. We also, as you can see, getting quite a bit of manpower each month, so I can just, well, sacrifice manpower for no good reason anyways. Conquest against Karakonya and Timurids have been lost. Well, I don't plan to fight them, as I said. It would be neat to just take these 3 provinces to make the map look a little bit prettier. But I'm a little bit unsure how these guys will, how these guys will tolerate that, because as you can see, they already want Hamadan and Loristan, and that's these 2. They border them. That is why they want them. So potentially I might actually end up in a war with the Ottomans, which would be a horrible experience for everyone involved, including the Ottomans. So, well, black news indeed. New king, Jalal al-Din, second Akhtonliu, 355. Not the best admin-wise, but he'll do just fine in every other thing. So we'll take the missionary strength, we'll take the prestige, we'll take the revolt risk, we'll take the center of learning, technology and idea cost, and we'll take the extra 5% taxes, because we can. Now this is one thing that I probably also will take if I could, but I haven't completed the innovative ideas, and, well, if I do, I could have used that, but I haven't, because I'm lazy. Galach is next on the list. So yeah, as I said, I'll probably keep Novgorod around to have a powerful, well, western force to kick my enemy's arse. That is at least the plan here. Should be able to sell this one now. Yeah, Yaroslav has been handed over. Just Kostroma left, which is good. Military reforms. I can reform the army or the navy, or I can reform both. Now the problem here is that I have this technology cost. It's not idea cost or anything like that. So I think we're going with military here. Unfortunately, the 5 years that this will last, I don't think I'll have enough power to do it anyways. But let's face it, I have no navy. I have no navy whatsoever, so it makes no sense to do anything else. The problem, of course, is that I could end up in a union with the Ottomans and the Mamluks. Wow, do we all have the same rulers? Why would I get into succession war with these guys then? Why do the... Ooh, my Khan, being has left a military coalition against us, they finally understand that we pose no threat. Well, they'll soon learn otherwise, but this is basically a golden opportunity to get rid of Oirats once and for all. But I will still need to attack Tibet for the casus belli, and I will still need to eat the Oirats in order to get the provinces that are over here. So unfortunately, it doesn't really change much. But for now, I'll stop talking and wait for Persia to be integrated. Well, it's been a while, but finally we once again know what a bad air is. AK Quebec is a 132. Horrible. Not westernization proof, in other words. Which is bad. But, as I said, Ming left the coalition, which is good. The annexation of, well, these guys are coming along, so I'll get back to you once we're done. Now, the Ottomans have actually started a war against the Mamluks. Sure, come to your aid, although I'll stand on the sidelines just laughing at your soldiers dying. And we get some benefits from the printing press, which is good. Hopefully here the annexation will complete before these guys decide to send all of their forces into battle. And it does. So that is wonderful, I thought. There we go. Persia's slow process. Persia has been integrated, and we get tribal conquest against the Mughals and Baluchistan, and we're going to take advantage of that right away, I think. But of course, we also have the problem now of having to convert these lands, which is going to be a pain in the arse. Which is also why I'm going to look for a... Nope, did not exist there. The better relations of a time ago could be useful, but I don't think we'll go for him. I think we'll just stick with 2s all across the board. What we'll be doing, however, is to claim war on the Mughals. They do have something that we want. 50 aggressive expansion here. And I'll get some free piety from it too, so there's no real negativity to doing this. And I'll send the other army to the borders of Baluchistan because we want to take them out as well. I can also start the coring process of these 2 provinces right now. I'm going to do it. It costs me 60 admin points. But it's going to be worth it. It'll help in the long run, I think. Now Baluchistan is allied with Malva, which is a tiny nation over here, so they pose no threat whatsoever. Unfortunately, it will decrease my piety, so I should probably declare on them first. But anyways, this will give me, in theory, everything that I need in order to, well, have Persia, basically scratch Persia off the list. So that should be fine. But yeah, that is basically. I don't see anything else to report, unfortunately. Well, that's perfect. I do not need upper sense. The fact that some rebels actually managed to get rid of that for me, that's perfect. Things are going my way again. But anyways, the wolves forget the 3 last provinces in Persia is underway. The Ottomans do not like me much lately, which is also understandable. Did we get some aggressive expansion with them? No. Border friction competing great power, so yeah, if I take these 3, we're definitely going to get enough border friction to go to war. So I think we are going to take it easy now. This is basically a extra army here that I got for free, but I will still not take any chances with the Ottomans. I'll keep them a little bit away from me, but I'll be careful not to just completely dislike them. Now this navy here I could potentially use just troll this area here where I actually have provinces near the sea. Other than that, I'll have no use for it, and if it dies a horrible death, I will not weep for it, so to speak. But these 2 units they require probably 6,000 horses each, so I'm going to give them that, and I'm going to decide what we'll do next after, well, fixing up the armies. There we go, the sieges in both Baluchistan and, well, everywhere else is done. There will be some aggressive expansion, mostly with Timurids, but let's face it, that is perfectly alright with me. I don't have any problems with that. And with just like that, Persia has been completed. And Persia is now under my, well, whim, so to speak. It's Kostroma that's up there, so we don't want to core that, but we'll core everything else ourselves. That is perfectly fine, to be frank. And I'm going to place the armies to protect, of course, the province that we just have taken. We don't want anything to just, well, vanish overnight. Now, the next step is to potentially declare war on Muscovy. The truces will have expired, but I don't really see a need. I still need them to core this province before I can do anything. So once I sell this, then we'll probably declare war on Muscovy with the goal of taking these 4 provinces. We're going to slow down a little bit just to allow them to, well, colonize a little quicker, I think. But the colonies aren't really that. They aren't that expensive. It's going to cost me 40 admin points to core each of these, more or less, if I core them myself. Except for this one, which actually is a little bit of an expensive province that I probably want to take off their hands ASAP. But basically here, I can't sell everything to Novgorod, and that is what I will be doing for the next, and once we'll actually go towards Scandinavia. Now, Bing did leave the coalition. The Orator is allied with Tibet. I'm a little bit unsure if I declare war on Tibet now, if I'll actually get the Oras into it as well. Twitter is also in this. They'll probably become war leader, but I'll consider what we'll do there next time. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you like, and I'll see you next time. I'm also considering, come with inputs on this, taking a couple more Timurids provinces just to make the map look a little bit prettier. The Golden Horde colours here with this makes it a little bit, well, ugly, and also does this. We're probably definitely going to take these 3 provinces, if not the Ottomans do it, when we have reformed government and potentially westernized. But, well, that's it. We're going to continue the conquest of China next time. We're probably also going to forcefully, well, go to consider going to war against Show here. We really want to vassalize Ming as soon as possible, but it's going to take a while. I can still hope that Manchu will take more provinces if I take basically the center areas here. So we'll see how that plan works out next time. Bye.